Oh, so we're still in now, yeah, now, the present time. I approached the aging streetlights, their feeble light nearly drowned by the overwhelming darkness. On that dark country night, only one single building still held back the dark with dazzling light. The stop and buy, also known as Mikazuki's castle that never sleeps. We call it a castle? Oh, here it shows what Sawotome. Yeah, Sawotome. Or at least when this place was still on the southeastern border of that Mikazuki village, someone once called it that. The Sawotome stop and buy stayed open until 10 PM. Back then, the village shops usually closed at 6, or at the very latest 8 at night. It was dark at night, so when the villagers first gazed upon that stop and buy sign glowing in defiance of the laws of nature, how they must have shuddered, so they were called villagers back then. They said it heralded the coming of civilization to tiny Mikazuki village. People will believe what they will. Interesting. Since then, Mikazuki village had been submerged under the new reservoir. The rest of the village had become part of Hoshinoka city. Oh, that's a nice history right there. Even still, people remembered the old name. That was probably because of the Mikazuki villagers' pride in their symbol of civilization. Of course, the convenience store along the coastal highway are all open 24 hours. I was alone in the shop, sitting on the stool behind the register, poking at my phone. For hardworking students, our late hours could be a real blessing. But for me, it was terribly boring, because nothing to do, right? Not many customers. In the late evening, customers only came in sporadically after trains arrived at the station. Oh. Oh, nice. More of this mobile text messages style. Komako. Who's Komako though? It went on for over 30 years apparently. And it's a miss, so Komako is probably an adult. I'm not, for reasons, well... I decided I'm not gonna look at the stars anymore. Let me just try to read this. Okay, I can't really see the words, but... It's just that some stuff happened way back. Youthful angst, yeah, you know, puberty period. One-san, huh? Not gonna reply. Unsure of how I should answer, I looked up from my phone. I guess Miss Komako wasn't even her real name. Oh? She was an office worker living in some big city somewhere. We met a while back online. Oh, you met an online adult friend. Sometimes when she gets tired of adulting, we kill time together like this. I turned my eyes to the single customer in the shop. Who's this old man? Huh? Who's this old man? He even has a portrait. He still hasn't moved. Old man champ. Why you call him old man champ though? Does he look like a champ? Had been standing in front of the magazine rack since before I looked down at my phone, and he apparently hadn't moved a muscle. He was as still as a hunting crane. Maybe he looks like a champ. Or is it? I think it's more like charm, right? Or rather than champ. But anyway. Oh, old man champ moved. It looks like he's decided on the evening's entertainment. What would you like to have, sir? Old man Chan reached out and took a magazine from the rack, then turned towards the register. So I guess he does look like Chan after all? I don't know. And then... Is this lady Miharu our boss? A youngish woman came out from the back of the shop. Or maybe one of the bosses. Yeah. Oh no, this old man, is he a pervert? Hey, Miss Miharu. This one is different from the one we met in the morning, right? That one is another. That one is the real main boss. This one, I guess, is supervisor. What? Complaining under her breath, Miss Miharu took a pork bun from the warming box by the register. That'll be 180 yen. Yeah, you slacker, you took the food. My old teacher stared at my outstretched hand like she had something to say to it. Oh, she's our old teacher? Ah, yeah, so she's probably the owner's daughter. Yeah. Yes, but my manager told me that under no circumstances was I to feed their, and I quote, deadbeat daughter for free. Well, too bad, Miharu. Miss Miharu reached into her pocket and took out some coins. Well, with an expression of heart-wrenching grief, she placed 180 yen worth of coins on the counter. It included 2 5-yen coins. Would you like your receipt? That's so random, but anyway. She sulkily walked over to the shop's seating area and, reading a newspaper someone had left, began eating her bought and paid for pork bun. When Miss Miharu had gone, old man Cham snuck out of his hiding place behind the magazine rack and fearfully made his way to the register. Huh? You want to ask me about her? Old man? What can I do about you? Come on now, speak up. The old man blushed faintly as he laid down 2 magazines. Ah, okay, I know what those magazines are. I see now. Probably when he saw that lady, he didn't want to bring those magazines to the counter yet. Until that lady left, right? Until Miss Miharu left. The first was a popular young man's comic magazine, Cham Comics. Oh. The second was carefully hidden underneath. His evening entertainment turned out to be huge-breasted housewives, apparently. Well, that's 1,040 yen out of 1,100. Using my months of register skill, I quickly scanned the magazines and slipped them smoothly into a paper bag in one motion. That's 60 yen in change. Thanks for stopping by. Old man Cham, apparently relieved by my skilled service, left the shop with an air of satisfaction. Okay. Sorry, old man Cham came by. Okay. Oh, so he's called Cham, as in the Japanese text here. So, sunmasen. Champu oji-san ga kite tande. Champu.
Nani sore?
Yeah, why are you calling old man Cham though? He's the old guy who always comes in and buys a nudie Mac whenever I'm working. Oh, so you do know him. Erohon or kai ni kuru oji-san desu. He hides in under Cham Comics each time, so I call him Old Man Cham. Ah, naruhodo. Law. Old Man Cham chews his raunchy books with all the intensity of a pubescent teenager who had just discovered them. But I didn't mean to make fun of him. Not at all. His pension allowed him just one magazine. That would make anyone choose carefully indeed. Oh hey, Miss Miharu, what happened with that room we talked about?
Ah, Hirata-san toko? Yappa dame datte.
Huh?
Anta no toshi de hitori gurashi tte itte mo ne. Nanka atte mo sekinin torenai shi.
She kept reading the paper as she spoke. I see. Thank you for checking. I gave up, acting like I had known before I asked. I guess I'll try somewhere else. There are places over by the coast. Wait, he's thinking of moving elsewhere? That's true, there's nothing beats home, you know, home sweet home. You know, if the manager heard you say that, she'll throw you out for good. Okay. When I said this, she put down the newspaper and turned my way. She looked at me with an odd expression on her face. Let me just see what she said again. Given this or probably Miss Himiharu may say this such that it sounds like she's a freeloader, you know. So
私はね、あんたのことを心配して言ってるんだよ。
her tone of voice did sound like she really was worried about me, and I started to regret my teasing. But really, you don't need to.
あんた、このままだと私と結婚しちゃうよ。
Hey, I don't mind a route with you, you know. Too bad she's not one of the heroines. Yeah, she's not. Huh? Well, you've heard of a teacher-student relationship? What? Was that what we were talking about?
母さん、あんたのことを自分の子供か孫みたいに気に入っちゃってるからさ。
But do you love me, girl?
よく働くし、気が利くし。あんたになら将来この店任せてもいいって。
Wow, seriously. That means you have won her heart.
それにさ、あんたの初恋の人って私らしいじゃない？
What? She was his first love? So that means I totally foresee a route with Miharu, probably in the Fandis, because I know this visual novel does have a Fandis. Yeah, but that depends on if OM novel wants to translate it. Probably not, since they didn't translate the Fandis of If My Heart Had Wings. But you never know. What?
どっかでそれ聞いてきたらしくてさ、下宿探しの件もあるし、いっそうちの婿養子にどうかって。
Wow, so quick. Wait,
私はもうそれでもいいんだけど、若くて息のいい旦那が手に入って家でゴロゴロできるんなら同じだし。
You're just gonna leech off of me, right? Be a freeloader. Then I do all the work. Wait.
ねえ、子供は何人欲しい？サッカーチーム作る？
Oh, so you love soccer too? Just stop right there. Now, where to begin with all of this? What was that about my first love? Who told you that?
そう動揺しなさんな。よくあることじゃないの。
Common. Well, I guess. It's a mistake. Hikari just said that for fun. Miss Miharu just sat there with a smart look on her face. But anyway, if you really thought you were my first love, why did you work so hard every day to ruin that?
恋が芽生えた頃の私ってどんなだった？どういうところを好きになっちゃったの？
Okay. Nothing, that's what I'm saying. But he brought up the topic of Hikari, so I wonder if let me just think. Is Hikari a part of this family, I wonder? I don't want to run this shop. And I especially don't want to get married. I just want to find a place to live.
あらそう。残念だわ。永久就職先が見つかったと思ったの。
Oh my god, you're trying to tempt me? Trying to tempt me with that meal ticket? It was like the one tiny bit of hope I had in my life disappeared in an instant. In its place, I felt a heavy weight fall on my shoulders. Oh yes, Kotarou saves the day. As I was breaking out in a cold sweat, I heard Kotarou's voice from outside. Oh no! Are you okay, Kotarou? Through the glass, he looked at me with pleading eyes. Oh, you want some food? I'll give you some pork bun. It's a little early, but I guess I better take him for his walk. Miss Miharu, can you watch the shop?
Hi-yo.
Thank you. She answered without enthusiasm or didn't even bother looking up from the paper, but since she did answer, I figured it was okay. I took off my apron and put on my jacket. See you in a bit.
何この新聞？先月のじゃん。
What? Last month's newspaper? Watching her from the corner of my eye as the shock of this realization destroyed her concentration and made her throw the paper in anger, I hurried out. Oh, so that paper must have belonged to that old man, right? But seeing that that old man had a portrait, he must be an important character, I guess, or at least an important supporting character. Okay, we're at the railway crossroads. Oh, don't get too worked up, okay? You wake the neighborhood, yeah? Taking Kotarou for his evening walk was also part of my job. I find that Kotarou is actually quite a common name, isn't it? Yeah, a common male name. At least, maybe, yeah. Not just for males, but also for animals, male dogs, male animals. I'm just rambling, but anyway. I usually did it after the closing, but sometimes I would go earlier if Miss Miharu was there to take over. Thanks, buddy. You saved me back there, yeah, from that embarrassment. So cute. He had gotten me out of a conversation I did not want to get any deeper into, because it involves Hikari, right? It seemed like there was a conspiracy brewing against me while I wasn't looking. A cold sweat rolled down my back. It honestly made me happy that the manager liked me that much, and I was grateful. But jumping all the way to son-in-law was a bit much. Yeah, I mean, but I don't mind. I guess I only had my rather fuzzy situation to blame. Oh. What should I do? Then there was the 6 Stars Club. All that stuff Takeichi talked about was stuck in the back of my mind too, about not letting go of Hikari. All these different things got so tied up together that I couldn't make heads or tails of what I should do. I stopped walking and looked up at the sky, the night starry sky. So beautiful. Come on, why did you stop gazing at them? Well, at least in school. There were a few stars in the autumn sky, and it seemed so empty. Among them, near the apex of the sky, I saw 4 bright stars making a quadrilateral. Really? I'm not good with stars, so can't really see it. Unless you know, these last few years, it's gotten really bright around here. Even the autumn square looks pale. It was also known as the Great Square of Pegasus. One of the great signs of autumn, these second magnitude stars now appeared as faint as the 3rd or 4th magnitude. As the streetlights grew brighter, the stars were washed from the night sky. They ended up looking darker. The night sky I had watched as a little boy was much brighter. The stars, huh? Oh, flashback. Remember how it's like, you know, to appreciate the glory of those stars and that sort of thing. Yeah. When she looked right into my eyes like that, I couldn't speak, because I felt like I knew. Oh, Hikari, those eyes, eager with the light of the heavens, that had found its way into our young hearts, pure and clean as the winter sky. I'm sure she'll appear again, but the bigger question is, why did she disappear 4 years ago? Yeah, what happened? My chest grew tight and I couldn't breathe, so I lowered my gaze. I wanted to forget it all and move on, but I kept retracing those old steps. Standing beneath the starry sky, I suddenly felt afraid and started walking again with the dog, Kotarou. Oh, what? Oh, Kotarou seems to sense someone. Who is it? Kotarou looked at it and suddenly started barking. Oh! Who's this girl? Who is this girl? A young woman was coming from the other direction. She stared at her smartphone and mumbled something. You're trying to fumble around with the GPS? Oh, could it be? The girl raised her head and when Kotarou barked. I could see a strained expression on her face in the light of the screen. She had well-defined, lovely features. She looked about my age, but I didn't know her. What could she be doing here at this time of night? Can we see the face? Hey, quiet down. Sorry about that. Kotarou wagged his tail and started to jump, so I put him back and tried to get him to settle down. If this had been a stranger, he would have been afraid and wouldn't have moved. But he Oh, she knows the dog. Oh, could it be? Huh? Could it be her? Could it be... Yeah, could it be her after all? Hikari! Just then, we could hear the creak and rattle of the rails, signaling a train coming from far off in the distance. Wait, where are you going? Wait! And having said that, she took off running. Like some kind of sports car, she hit top speed immediately, blew past me like the wind. As she did so, our eyes met for an instant. It's Hikari, I think it's her! It's Hikari, those eyes! It's those eyes! Those hands! Huh? Huh? Yeah, you know me, right? Huh? But she was off, her ponytails trailing behind her as she raced off to catch the arriving train. I watched her fading shape, dumbstruck, then looked at Kotarou. She a fan of yours? Oh, come on now, Akito, you don't recognize... Oh yeah, but then again, But Akito said she disappeared 4 years ago, right? But, I mean, considering that these characters are in high school now, so high school should be around like 15 to 18 years old, like that. So he doesn't recognize her. Well, if she used the station often, it was only natural for her to know Kotarou, and I'm sure that girl probably knows him as well, like faintly recognizes him. Looking in the direction she had run, I muttered to myself. She was like a comet. The way she flew through the night, her ponytails trailing behind her like ionized gas and dust, reminded me of a twin-tailed comet. But I think we'll see her again, so I'm not that worried. Tadaima! Okay. Now what if that girl is actually going to Akito's house? That would be quite ironic, isn't it? Yeah. I think she is probably... As soon as I got back to my room, I switched on my electric heater. The weather forecast said tonight would be as cold as the end of December. I set up my cartridge stove, and next to that, my portable camp stove, and turned on the fire. I put Saya's pot of oden on the cartridge stove, and on the camp stove a can of roast chicken. Whoa, you have a can of roast chicken. Or by its can. It's really delicious if you open the can and scotch the top a little. I also had 3 rice balls, onigiri, we were going to throw out at the shop. I was lucky. Today they had some salmon-filled ones left. And that was my dinner. Well, at least it's quite sumptuous. Not quite healthy, but so hungry. As the chicken juices started to scotch and put out a delicious smell, my stomach started rumbling, but I still had some time before the oden warmed up. Oh, better watch out. Watching the steam start to rise, I remembered the telescope I left set up in the corner of my room. Moisture was the great enemy of lenses. Guess I'd better put it away. Even though I had gone to all the trouble of cleaning it up, it was going back to in its case without being used. It'd be nice if next year we got a member who actually used you, huh? I bet we will someday. Probably that girl we saw earlier. I'm pretty sure that girl is Hikari though. The reason I was in the astronomy club wasn't because I wanted to look at the stars. I was in it because I could stay in the room. What? Really? The astronomy club had plenty of outdoor goods, and for purposes of astronomical observation, it was easy to get permission to stay overnight. Of course, if I had said that was my reason for joining, I never would have gotten the permission. Yeah, so of course you said you have the love for the stars and all that thing. I was invited by the former president. He told me that if the club didn't get any new members, it was in danger of being closed. When I asked if it was okay to sleep in the club room, he said of course. And as someone with astronomy experience, I was a welcome addition. And so they started calling me the astronomer who never looks at the stars. I turned off the camp stove with the canned chicken and dug a book out of the pile of my stuff in the corner. Oh, what's this? Wow, nieta! So basically that translates to, wow, look at this! Yeah. So, yeah. Wow, look! A beginner's guide to astronomy. It was an astronomy book for kids, yellowed with age and torn in several places. Oh yes, it's get a bit old on the sides. I opened the book, and a letter fell from between its pages. Oh? It was held closed with a cute little bunny sticker. Is it from Hikari? I had gotten it 4 years earlier. Ah, it is from Hikari. I never opened it. You should! Probably it's a farewell letter, but now that she's back.
お前さ、光のことをそろそろ吹っ切れよ。
I don't need to read it just because of one tuck it's hit. Feeling an unpleasant sweat break out on my forehead, I gathered up my resolve, and just then... Huh? It's from Komako. Huh? What? What in the world is this? I don't get it, what is this? why is he so close to me though? What's this? Yeah, what's this? I just see one curved line. Oh my god, that's okay, so that's actually a photo of her you know, cleavage. Whoa! Is that her cleavage? And there was so much! That's not a lot, we need more. Komako's boobs are huge! Oh my god, I sound like a pervert. But he's a pervert. It was a picture of a woman's cleavage, and though I felt a little guilty, I also thought of how Orihime's were probably the same size. What? That's the first thing you think about? So this was a grown woman. Such a simple gift. Such a bold gift. Or was this just what people do in the big city? Still clutching my phone, my hand started to tremble. Just like that. Just as they had when I was clutching that 4-year-old unopened letter, perhaps even more. Is Komako his former teacher or something like that? Oh no, oh yeah. Sorry, I forgot. I mean, Akito did say that Komako is a friend he met online, right? Thank you so much! Arigatou gozaimasu! You really cheered me up! Genki demashita! I had a feeling I had been trying to decide something very important, but that was all gone. Well, don't worry, you don't need to decide, because Hikari Pearson. I was in such a good mood, and to top it off, the pot of oden started to bubble. I put the letter back between the pages of Wow, Look, A Beginner's Guide to Astronomy, and returned the book to its place, then sat on my bed as if nothing had happened. Wait, you're gonna sleep here? Hot! Atsui! Wow, don't tempt me like that. This looks so realistic. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you call oden. Yeah, filled with all this stuff. It's great for winter, by the way. Yeah, you know, in winter this is a popular dish. So usually it contains things like fish cake, bean curd, eggs. Yeah, you know. Octopus is actually not common, but yeah, they do contain octopus, and then some fish, you know. And this is, I'm pretty sure this is from a real life photo. Yeah. I opened the lid and steam billowed out. The room filled with a cloud of steam. Radish, potatoes, fish cakes, cabbage rolls, octopus, and so much more. as radish. The ingredients glinted golden and wet with soup through the steam. The pot was like an overflowing treasure chest. Itadakimasu! I offered up my thanks to Saya for bringing it to me, Dad and her family for making it, and cracked my chopsticks. Oh, this radish is so good! Oh my! And the potatoes are so tender! It was a cold evening. The first touch of winter was in the air. The hot pot of oden, the flavor seeping deep into every bite, warmed my body and soul. Actually, I wonder if... I mean, he does have a family, right? Yeah, but he stays away from his family or something like that. Okay, now where are we now? We're back into elementary school time? Flashback. Okay. You've been lying to us this whole time anyway! Our planetary observation journal was in terrible shape. What? Why was it torn into pieces? What happened? Just like us. From that day on, I could no longer look at the stars. Oh, was this the time when Hikari said she's about to leave because, yeah, due to circumstances, had to leave with her family to another, move to another place. So okay, are we back in the present? Okay, that's fast. That was quite fast. Okay, but we're back in the present. Okay, we're back here for the meeting. Who's this guy?
高価な望遠鏡より一人一つの双眼鏡をモットーに活動しております。
No pricey telescope, binoculars for all as your motto. But you can't really. I mean, there are binoculars that can see stars pretty clearly, but nothing beats the telescope,
ですので、これはちょっと。
Keisuke. The president of the Moromisawa Technical Institute's astronomy club was dressed in a black uniform coat with a high collar. Also, this is the current president. He spoke with a gentle, apologetic tone that didn't match his expression. As if to put an end to his reluctance, another voice interrupted.
Not
a chance. Narue, the girl with the harsh voice and shaking ponytails, was Nishi High Club's president. Oh no, I don't think that guy is the president of this particular school's astronomy club. Probably another school's. I don't quite remember what this school's name is called. But this girl is Narue. Orihime. I mean, she's still, even though she's the former president, Orihime, she's still currently the so-called the acting president, right? Because there's no one else to take over. Okay, so but it looks like two presidents already dismissed the idea of the Six Stars Club. Oh no, this is bad. Noriko. Who are you? Who are you, Noriko? Oh, listening to their objections, the pair from Meiko Academy, alright, this academy is called Meiko, the club president from Ama High and I all stared at the papers in our hands. Okay, so that girl is from Ama High. There was the scent of danger in the air. How did we end up here again? 30 minutes earlier? What happened though?
ようこそおいでくださいました、皆様。こうして天文を愛する仲間たちと一堂に会することができたことを心より嬉しく思います。
Orihime looked hopefully at each of us. She was celebrating the auspicious first meeting of the newly revived Six Stars Club.
まずは各校代表者に自己紹介をしていただきましょうか。
Yes, I would like that.
では私から明光学院天文部前部長タイエタの白鳥織姫3年です。
Taigeta, Orihime Shiratori, Meiko Academy. Alright, that's the number one. First club. A quiet round of applause rose.
同じく1年で現部長の吉岡です。
Alright, so Honoka is the current president, right? And Orihime is the former president, but just overseeing to make sure that nothing messed up because Honoka is still new and she's a first year because there's no other I think there are others but not fit to be president. Okay, so she's the current president. Okay, Honoka. Everyone likely already knew them both and the response felt rehearsed. And Orihime Sejin, the girl next to her, stood up. By the way, I have no idea what they say about what Terika or an Electra. What are all these though? But okay, anyway, she's the president of Amanonaka Astronomy Club. Okay. She was obviously quite nervous. Okay. Amanonaka, known as Amahai, is a public school on the very southern edge of Hoshinonaka City in what used to be Amanonaka City. It was on the newly developed seaward side of town, and although it was a public school, it had a metropolitan atmosphere that all the young people in town found really attractive. Even the uniform had a sophisticated, stylish look. Yeah, they do. Speaking of, according to what Honoka has said a few days earlier, Amahai's astronomy club only had one member, just like ours, so she's the only member. Which would of course make her the sole member. The president from Amahai sat down with a relieved expression, and the next person stood. What? You don't know what year you're in? Narue? Okay, but she's the Earth Science Club president, not the Astronomy Club, so there's no Astronomy Club at Amanonaka Nishi High? What you say? She said something, but I don't know why it's dotted. Hold on. Not quite sure what she said, but anyway. Oh, she didn't know what this I don't know what this is. This is like what? Astrological sign or something? Yeah, so she doesn't know her astrological sign, and Narue mentioned to her. So I was like wondering, what did she say? She said something, which is this one. Alkyone. Okay. Alkyone, Narue Chino. The club president from Amanonaka Nishi High School, usually known as Nishi High, gave a casual greeting. The way she looked around at everyone, whipping her ponytails, without a trace of timidity, gave everyone the feeling she was not one to compromise. She had used the name Earth Science Club, but in lots of schools, astronomy and earth sciences are combined, I see. Actually, in some so-called Earth Sciences clubs, they only did astronomy. Although, I didn't know if that was the case at Nishi High. Just like Daiichi, it was a perfectly normal public school, but from what Honoka had said, it once had the most active group of all. Hadn't she said it once had as many as 36 members? Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's Earth Sciences, so they are bound to study more than just astronomy, right? Narue's intense confidence might have something to do with that history. After her, a large muscular body, a large muscular boy in a long black school coat stood up. Wow. Oh, he sounds very firm. Yeah, but Seilai no Morimisawa Technical Institute Astronomy Club. Alright, Keisuke. The club president from the vocational boys' school, Moromisawa Technical, usually called Moromi, gave an enthusiastic spirit club style introduction. Moromi was on the north edge of what is now known as Hoshinonaka City in what used to be Hoshino City. It was so far away that I didn't know much about it. Just judging by first impressions, he didn't really seem the astronomy type. In fact, his build seemed more suited for playing center on the basketball field. You find his strength inspiring. Orion. Well, I know Orion has something to do with strength and all that stuff, right? For some reason, he blushed as he spoke. Okay, so far I think we have seen five clubs so far, 5 schools. Honoka and Orihime is 1, then this 2, and this is the third one. That big guy is number 4. Then Akito himself is number 5. Who's the 6th club? And just as it seemed, some conversation was starting off. All eyes turned to me, the only one left. Huh? But there are only like 5 clubs, right? Usually when they say 6-star club, wouldn't that be 6 clubs? 6 schools? And not 5? Huh. So far it seems like there's only 5, right? Okay. Come on now, don't embarrass yourself. As I stood up and started to introduce myself, I suddenly wanted to make it as short as possible. It's not like I was nervous or anything, it's just that something had started to bother me. Tegeta, Electra, Alcyone. What the hell were they talking about? Precisely. What the hell were they talking about? I have no idea either myself. What was that? I'm only a first year, but I'm the president of Hoshino Daiichi's astronomy club, Akito Sorami. Oh, that special name, right. I forgot about it, I'm sorry. Mamma Mia? What? Mamma Mia? What? Yeah. What? Mamma Mia? No. That's damn funny. Oh yes, Maya. I forgot about it. Mamma Mia! They're the show again. Mamma Mia! Oh my god. What? Mamma Mia? Okay, Maya is the eldest of the 7 sisters, so he's like the most important one. Akito Sorami. Oh, the 7 sisters. But there are only like 5 sisters. What happened to the other 2? Everyone made an oh sound, and there was scattered clapping. What was with this weird atmosphere? So, what exactly does that mean again? Anyway, I mean, Pleiades cluster. I think you girls mentioned it before. Yeah, that much I know. Oh, the Pleiades cluster was a beautiful star cluster that ruled the winter sky, beloved by astronomy fans everywhere. All these stars. The Japanese name was Subaru. Since it was used by the car manufacturer, lots of people knew that name. Oh, interesting. The Pleiades, I think that's how it's pronounced, Pleiades cluster had a lot of other names, one of which was the 6 stars. 6 stars, but 7 sisters. I guess it got that name because when you look with the naked eye, it seems to be made up of 6 bright stars, but I don't know for sure. Okay, but I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm not sure, but I'm not that familiar with astronomy, so forgive me. But if you guys know about astronomy, do enlighten me with all this stuff and educate me. Yeah, I would like to learn more about it. They say people with really good eyes can discover 7th, 8th, or even more stars with it, like what I'm seeing now. Long ago, when the stars at night were brighter, there was apparently someone who was able to make out more than 20 distinct stars. 7 brighter stars, I see. So it's 7, okay. Pleiades is how she pronounced it, so Pleiades. Thank you very much for the explanation, appreciated. So basically we have only 5 clubs in the meeting right now, the 6 stars club meeting, which means there's missing 1 more club, right? So but anyway, there's Maya, Electra, Tegeta, Alcyone, Serino, which were mentioned earlier. Just short of these 2 left, Asterope and Merope. I don't know about Artemis though. Names. I had known that the stars in the Pleiades cluster all had names, but I didn't know each name, nor where they had come from. And anyway, the term star cluster refers to a massive group of stars all in one place. Yes, that one I know. In the plates, the naked eye can make out 6 or maybe 7 stars. However, with a telescope, you can see tons of stars all crowded together. In reality, it's a cloud of young stars gathered around a point in space about 443 light years away. So that's distance, yeah, not time, yeah, distance, 443 light years away, yeah. That cloud is considered to be one celestial object and has been given the designation M45, more commonly called the Plates cluster. Thanks for the education. I learned new things. No, that's not what I meant. I meant, what do those 7 sisters have to do with our schools? Orihime had this "oh no, not again" look on her face. You mean you explained it before? Yeah, but how does that explain the 7 sisters when it's only the 6 stars club? But that's something I don't get. Maybe there's something special about that. Maybe I should look it up. But 6 stars, 7 sisters. Like it doesn't, you know, yeah, it doesn't compute. I didn't really think it was all that natural. I mean, the numbers don't add up for one thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where was little Mero? Like a tradition, huh? The president from Nishi High said, her voice full of resignation. So this was something the alumni decided, huh? They must have really enjoyed the whole thing. There's no way I'm gonna remember all that. It's way too complicated. Why don't we just stop it? No, we can't do that. This is tradition. Secret names. So like when we're doing some operations, some stargazing operations, we use those secret names. All the other members besides Orihime seemed to relax at Honoka's words. Orihime looked like she actually wanted to use those names all the time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 6 stars club, right? Which means they are supposed to have 6 schools, right? So the 6th school belongs to Seisen Girls' School. Hey, what if the president of the Seisen Girls' School's astronomy club is that girl we met just now, Hikari? Wow, that would be a real twist. I would definitely like to see Akito's reaction to that. Yeah, Astero. I see. That would be interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to see how shocked, you know, the surprise. Yeah, the look of surprise on Akito's face. Yeah, I think so. Most likely that girl, Hikari, is most likely on his way to that school. Yeah. Yeah, that will definitely persuade Akito to stay at the club. Yeah, to remain at this 6 stars club. Seisen Girls' School was a public all-girls high school, and their academic level was the highest in the area. It was an old school, predating the Second World War, and was known for its really rigid school traditions. It's unlikely that the students will be comfortable mingling unofficially with people from other schools. Orihime's announcement seemed to take the cheer out of everyone. This might be a little difficult to get out of, so this is where we get to this situation. If I stood up and said I wasn't going to participate now, I wondered what kind of look they would give me. I decided to wait until the meeting finished and quietly let Orihime know. So probably they're going to overhear that later. The president from Moro Misawa raised his hand up. Yeah, that's part of the goal. Orihime nodded gracefully.
通の合同観測会と変わらないわよね。
Orihime had a small smile to match her confident expression.
吉岡
Yoshioka, I wonder why they had to stick to Honoka. I mean, it's clear that Orihime is calling Honoka by her family name rather than her given name. So I think the translator should actually respect that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, okay, I'm going to pretend she didn't say this and she said Yoshioka. Yoshioka handed everyone a sheet of paper. It was the list of the club members at every school and a summary of their equipment.
ご覧の通り、我々が所有する機材はお世辞にも充実しているとは言えません。
At your own club. On close study, it looked like the most expensive piece was Meiko Academy's reflecting telescope. The aperture wasn't so great, but apparently it had an equatorial mount. Apart from that, Nishi High had a digital single lens reflex camera with a wide-angle lens for night sky photography that looked pretty expensive. Moromisawa was like our school. They only had beginner stuff. And then we came to Ama High, who didn't even have a telescope. I bet the Seisen Girls School is going to be the school that has the most advanced equipment.
我が明光学院天文部もかつて部員数がゼロになり休部となった時期がありました。
Ah, seriously?
その期間に多くの機材や備品が紛失し、今も出てきていません。嘆かわしい。
Damn. I wondered if it had been thrown away or put in some storage building, or if maybe someone had just taken it. Our club probably had a similar problem.
このままではたとえ6個集まったとしてもより高度な活動は行えないわ。そこで私は提案します。
Okay, let me hear it.
皆で資金を出し合って天体望遠鏡を購入しようじゃありませんか。
The problem is, do we have enough money? Orihime's proposal caused a bit of commotion.
その望遠鏡は新星六つ星の希望となり結束の象徴となるでしょう。
Yeah, do we have enough budget, you know?
いいかもしれないね。っていうか、そのくらいのメリットがないと一緒にやる意味がないよ。
Okay, they seem to be buying the idea.
そうかもしれませんね。
What about you though, Akito? But he doesn't seem to care though.
うち望遠鏡を持ってないんで、そうしていただけるととてもありがたいです。
But I guess Akito just has to agree, you know, so as not to disappoint the rest. While all the other school reps were busy reacting, I asked a question. About how much money are we talking? Yeah, that's the thing. Despite having no intention of joining, I went and asked a silly question.
費用の内訳と各校の負担は2枚目の用紙にまとめてあります。
Okay. Everyone turned the page. And then recoiled in horror. Oh no, it's going to be expensive.
なんじゃこりゃ。
How much is it? Oh no. So this is when we come to that situation.
どうかなさいまして。
I understood why everyone was so shocked. The prices written there went quite beyond everyone just chipping in a bit.
ご安心ください。不参加の聖戦女子の分は我が校が負担します。
But it's still expensive, right?
そういう問題じゃないでしょ。これ。
そうですね。
Uh-oh. It looked like Orihime genuinely didn't see what the problem was. The price they had written was almost equal to a full month's part-time wages. Oh, yeah, that's not something students can afford. For clubs like ours that were having issues with membership numbers, our budgets would never come close to covering an expense like that. Of course, to buy a really good telescope, it really would cost about that much.
より高度な活動を行っていくためですのよ。そのための出費ならば仕方がありませんわ。
But you see, that's the thing. I mean, with so few members, we don't have enough money. How are we going to fork that much amount of money? You can't really expect these people to like fork their own money out, right? You know what I'm saying?
後々後輩たちに受け継がれることを考えても中途半端なもので済ませるわけには参りません。
But it's a big risk. It's a big risk. What if this doesn't work? You know, it's a very, very big risk.
うちは高価な望遠鏡より一人一つの双眼鏡をモットーに活動しております。
I see. So this is where it comes in. No pricey telescope, binoculars for all.
ですので、これはちょっと。
つうか、論外っしょ。ありえない。
Damn.
こんなお金あったらカメラのレンズ買うっつうの。バカらしい。
The president from Nishi High stood up, waving the paper in disgust as she spoke.
悪いけど、うちら抜けさせてもらうわ。
Oh no. I think the only hope is the light. Hikari. Hikari to save the day. That girl to save the day.
金額にご不満なら話し合いで。
It looked like Narue was in no mood to listen anymore.
しょっぱなからこれ出してくる人が仕切ってるところでまともに活動できるとは思えないわ。
Shit.
合同観測会とかあるなら喜んで参加するからさ。ま、今まで通り仲良くしてちょうだい。じゃあね。
No! She's out! He's out too! And Akito, okay, just join. Oh yeah, I'm going out too. Bye! God damn it! Morumi's president stood up sadly.
待ってちょうだい。これは天文の発展とこれから天文の道を志す後輩たちのために必要なことなのよ。
There's still one more girl, right?
もし不満が終わりならせめて話し合って。
うちは今の活動で満足していますので。
Keisuke made his polite goodbyes and left. There's still one more girl.
そんな。
What is she gonna do? I mean, in her state is even worse because she's like the only member in a club, and so is Akito. Yeah, Noriko. What are you gonna do, Noriko? Are you gonna opt out too? Two schools had already left, and we were only 30 minutes into the first meeting. Everyone was staring in silent shock, as if they couldn't understand what had happened. Left behind, I thought to myself, I waited way too long. Oh no, now it's Akito's turn. I had missed my chance to say I wasn't going to join. So what's going to happen now? The sun and the moon traveled around the earth.
エントロピーの増大ですわ。宇宙の終焉ですわ。
Is Orihime back to her delusional state? Muttering under her breath, Orihime sat in the corner of the club room, hugging her knees and spinning the spherical astrolabe. Okay, she's clearly in a state of emo. She had been so enthusiastic, and now she was an empty shell.
会長、元気を出してください。
At least this girl's still here, Noriko, so she's still good.
そうです。まだ3つの学校が残っているわけですし。
3 schools, yeah. But Akito is on the verge of opting out now. On the verge. What's he gonna do? I was certain that she was still counting my school, Hoshino Daiichi. As I thought about this, I drank the aromatic tea and ate the candied fruit Honoka had given me. I really enjoyed the sugary treats. Apparently they had bought this from a really famous and expensive shop just for today's meeting. I mean, I guess it kind of goes to show that Meiko Academy is probably the richest school so far. From the looks of it, I mean, you look at their academy from the outside, the exteriors and the interiors, it looks so fanciful, right? So they probably have the. This school probably has the most budget. It was another sign of just how into all of this they were.
すべて私のせいだわ。私が世間知らずなばかりにこんな結果に。
Well, can't blame you, girl. I mean, she had put it kind of harshly, but I felt like Narue had a point, which should have made it kind of weird that I hadn't left when she did. Except that I felt this weird kind of power coming from Orihime, that she's really determined to revive this club, right? Yeah, and he's feeling it. I guess you could say she made me feel hopeful. We had only met twice, so I couldn't really say I knew her well enough. But I couldn't deny her when she said she didn't know about the real world.
今夜の観望会はどうしましょうか。
Stargazing? We're going stargazing?
観望会
Orihime repeated the phrase as if she had just remembered something. They had planned an observation meet, a chance to look at the skies and to just hang out for this evening.
とてもそんな気分にはなれないわ。
Not in the mood to do it? Okay. Honoka nodded, like she had known before she asked. So what now? Like we're in a stalemate or something? Oh no, Noriko, what are you gonna do? Don't opt out now! No, girl! Noriko from Amahai looked disappointed when she saw that. No! Come on now, Orihime, why do you have to look so disappointed? Now Noriko is going to opt out. She opened her mouth as if to say something, but nothing came out. Amahai's astronomy club had only one member, just like Daiichi's. I bet she had really been looking forward to tonight's meetup.
今後のことはまた仕切り直すことにして、今日のところは。
Oh no. No, we should still do it. Oh? I said, interrupting Honoka. Everyone looked at me, surprised. Oh.
ですが。
I mean, we are already gathered together like this, and well, the stars are only visible tonight, right?
空見くん。
Soromi, see, that's why Sorami, right? That's his given family name. I kind of wish the translator would have respected what the characters actually said. Respected that they actually said the character's family name rather than their given name, because clearly they said, what Orihime said, Sorami-kun, right? So just put Sorami-kun. Why do you put Akito? Like seriously. Okay, this is one thing I don't like. Okay, but yeah, so I'm just going to ignore this and just hear what Orihime said. Sorami-kun, yeah?
私やりたいです。観望会。
Yes, let's go stargazing. Yes, thank you, Noriko.
加納さん。
Kano, see, you too, Kano-san? Orihime wiped the tears from the corners of her eyes.
そうですわね。私たちが集まって星を見ないだなんてありえませんわ。
Yeah, you know, you have to respect the Japanese culture of calling family names. Unless they specifically call by the given name, then you put the given name. But here they specifically call by the family name, so you should follow that. Why change it to the given name? Oh, Noriko looks happy.
吉岡、準備を。
Alright.
はい、会長。
Orihime had regained her enthusiasm, and the group began their stargazing preparations. Yeah, and so another thing about the Mrs. President, I don't think that Mrs. is actually necessary. In fact, it sounds awkward because I'm pretty sure Orihime is not married. Just call President, yeah? Forcing a smile on my face, I thought to myself, oh boy, now you've done it. Yeah, Akito, now I've done it. Now it'll be even harder to quit. It's fine though.